Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Foreclosure Fridays Live, Foreclosure Talk Show. This is going to be a fun one because I'm going to do a quick update on that $1,000 a week challenge. I'm happy to say that right before this talk show, in fact, 10 minutes before, I was cutting it really close, I came back from the bank. I withdrew $1,000 in cash, and I put it down on the kitchen table. It was really a blessing. I've had such a great turnout from advertisers and supporters. In fact, we have a whole supporters page. That the last letter there is a Z. So you go to amfacingforeclosure.com/supporters. Anyone who's made a payment or purchased advertising is going to be on there. And looks like on the line I have Damian Lupo. He is the author of the book Maverick Mistakes in Real Estate Investing. And that's the book that I actually ended up reading the whole thing in about a day. It's a great book. I identified with a lot of it. Damien, tell me kind of your background and why you wrote the book.
Sure. My background started off in real estate after I read a couple of Robert Kiyosaki books. He's one of the guys that's been out there doing a lot of seminars and things. I read a couple of books and went out and bought a couple of properties back in 2000 and found myself about 2 months from bankruptcy and realized this when I did a financial statement and went out over the next 5-6 years and personally bought a couple hundred houses. And in the process, lost several $1 million. Now,
tell me about your seminar experience, because I've gone through, I don't know how much, probably $30,000 to $50,000 worth of seminars at this point. Tell me how that was for you.
You can learn a lot, but you've got to take action. And my experience was that there's a lot of really good stuff out there, and then there are a lot of promoters that just will tell you basically what you want to hear. Well, I think I can relate to a lot of what you've gone through, and I've got to say that I'm proud of what you've done because you're willing to admit it. And like Robert said when he interviewed you, Robert Kiyosaki, that's what it takes to truly learn, and you're going to accelerate the learnings.
Mocha, are you there?
What's up? Hey, this is Mocha. Really, really cool what you did. Just taking the steps that you did at 24. Shit. Oh, excuse me. But at 24, I can't even dream of doing all the stuff you did, although you kind of messed up. But big ups for everything that you did. Everybody's in debt. Believe me, in my neighborhood, everybody's in debt. You get people knocking on your door, calling you all day long. That's not a big deal. You're really cool, and you're like, we tune in all the time.
Do you think anything I'm doing on the blog is also educational? Have you learned anything from what I'm doing?
Yes, not for real estate way, because I don't know anything about real estate and I don't care. But as far as owing money to people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course. Everybody I know owes tons of money. You get calls. You're getting 5 calls a day. Shit, I get calls all day long. You just change your number.
Definitely. I appreciate all the comments. Hey, if you can do me a favor and shoot me an email so I have your email address, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. All right. Keeping it real, man.
Screw real estate. Are you there?
This is Steve, your brother. The way you're treating our family, the way your role as a husband, man, that's probably the biggest thing here, more so than your financial situation. You have 3 jobs as a husband, man, and I know you might be thinking, who do you think you are for telling me this because I'm younger than you? But man, come on. Your job as a husband is to provide, to protect, and to support. Now let's run down the list, man. As a provider, what have you provided for Galena, man? Financially, have you provided consistent income for Galena, for your wife to live on?
Well, you're right there. I've been kind of lacking in that regard. I have a lot of sweet deals in the works, but nothing's coming in right now. So I've been doing some massive action lately in advertising and other types of stuff. What do you think of the almost $3,000 that I've made this week?
What do I think about it? This is what I think about it, Casey. As soon as Galena made the contract, what you did is you didn't get a job. You didn't work for anything. You just began to beg. You began to beg, man.
It's not begging. It's advertising.
Casey, in a sense, you're a homeless guy with a computer, man. You're doing the same thing a homeless guy does. Only difference is you have a computer, so it's easier for you to beg because there's a lot bigger media. Now, do you consider throwing Galena's name underneath the bus every single time you blog about her on the blog in the past? Would you consider that you protecting her? You're saying that she is holding you back. You've considered divorce. Your dream is to live in a van. What is more important to you, your blog or your wife? You hesitated when you answered that question, and then you said they're both important. Casey,
well, yeah. Why do you have to choose between the two? It's almost like saying choose between your wife or making money. Right now, the blog is kind of my job. It's actually making money for once.
Is our family name important to you? Yes or no?
Of course, it's important.
Don't do a very good job protecting it.
Well, what can I do about people posting people's names? You know, it's not like I go on there and say, hey, guys, why don't you dig up all this dirt on all my family members?
My biggest thing, I think your financial situation is one thing, but the more important thing here is your wife, man. She's hurting, man. Because you've lost your homes, you've lost your credit, you've lost your reputation. The one thing you have not lost is your wife, man, and you need to hold on to that.
Flying Monkey, are you there?
So, Casey, I want to ask you, whatever happened to the swimming pool that was all green and full of algae-fiedness?
If you were in my situation, would you go do anything about it if you had no money?
I wouldn't know how to get in your situation. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that.
Let's give It's Me, Casey, a shot.
What are you doing, Casey? You don't have a business. You got a blog that you sold a little bit of advertising for. It was kind of a novelty. It will wear off. Your traffic's going down.
Wait, what about the last two posts? They were very juicy and meaty posts. Now, here's a question for you. If you mean the best towards me, if you have best intentions at heart, why are you out there violating my privacy with personal emails? That sounds like a good thing to do as a businessman. What if your other business professionals, associates, started exposing your private emails?
Hey, Casey, if I was as out of control as you are, I would want somebody to intervene on my behalf. You have definitely got a lot of news.
I used to have trust. I used to have trust and respect for you, but when you started doing that, I lost all my trust. It just ain't right. I can't trust what I say. Anything I send to you might end up on the email, and so it's just not right. So I'm going to cut you off. Sorry, Dwayne. No more. Brian, 5, you there?
One thing I have to say to Steve is, hoorah, Semper Fi, God bless the Marine Corps. I think you are the last person to have anything to say about integrity, about any kind of topic at all. It's just, I think anybody you get involved with, it just ultimately gets sucked into this kind of nether region of just being screwed at the end.
How long have you been a hater, Brian?
Since I've started reading your blog in October, and xurbannation.blogspot.com to help me out too. Brezatura, you're the man. Flying Monkey Warrior, you're awesome. Below the Crowd, love you. Rob Dog, you're great too. So Casey, I said my piece and I'm done with that. Oh, also props to Akubi.
Yay, the haters. But anyway, this was a very, very fun talk show. All right, you guys have a great time. Catch you on the blog.